Why don't I get you your pen back and you can draw it for
So
us?
then...
Yeah, all right, we got it.
So I go to the Stones and I'm nervous because like I don't want it to be sad, right?
Right.
And they come out.
I just thought, and you don't want to see their balls.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Definitely don't.
okay, Mick Jagger 71.
Yeah.
Keith is 71. Charlie 74. I think Ronnie 68, the youngster.
Yeah.
So, but like I'm nervous and like I don't know how it's gonna be. And then they come out. Mick hits the first chord of Jumping Jack Flash, and I'm up. I'm like, yeah! Oh my God! And I'm up for like the whole time.
And they said, okay, were you still worried about them?
Well, here's the thing. My buddy Dean, he's looking around. He's like, got a lot of reading glasses out in this audience. So, older people. But they mean so much to everybody. The Rolling Stones. So I'm nervous the whole time. And Mick's doing it. He's running back and forth. He's doing the Mick Jagger thing. And it's beautiful. He's singing perfectly. They do Moonlight Mile. I start weeping. But somewhere in the back of your head, you're thinking like, I hope he doesn't fall down. Because it's more.
That's going to be awful when he's up there and he's doing that. And then, whoa!
Because then,
Join me!
because then the hope dies in everybody over the age of 50.
Right.
Right. It Mick, like, so much it's so much more risky for them to perform now than it was when they were all strung out. Like when Keith was on heroin in 1972, if he nodded out in the middle of the song, everybody would be like, that's Keith. You know, like,
Right.
But if Mick just falls down now, everyone's gonna be like, oh, it's over. We're old. There's nothing holding us together. Right?
No.
What do you mean?
I mean, yeah, sure, but I think you're the only one there that's worried.
I was worried for the Stones, and they did great.
Good.
And I know they need my support, so fellas, where's my camera? Please, right there, hi. Mick, Keith, you're doing great. Don't worry about anything. If you need money...
I just want them to see what I look like.
It's so funny to see them. They're just like, because Keith looks great. He's just doing his job as a 71-year-old Keith Richards, being Keith Richards. Like a little less movement, only a couple of these, you know, and then back to standing.
Right.
Look what? Looks, this is dangling. At least that's not my. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Cut that out.
I'm not cutting anything out. People need to see the real you. Hey, by the way, I did your podcast, and
Yeah, you did my podcast.
I did your podcast,
Yeah.
and you do it in this very hipster neighborhood.
Well, I don't know. It's becoming that. It wasn't that. When I was
there, it was very hipstery.
No.
And it's in your garage, and it all feels like a hipster
It's
scene.
becoming a hipster neighborhood. It was not one when I moved there. I don't think I had anything to do with it.
Do you think it is hipster now, your neighborhood?
It's happening, you know.
How can you tell?
Well, there's a lot. Well, it used to be just a Mexican neighborhood, you know. And it was just, for years it was just me and the Mexicans. And yes, I did pitch that show.
Mark and the Mexicans.
They're like, what's it about? What do you mean? It writes itself. So, but anyway, so like what starts to happen is you see a lot more frightened young white couples walking their dogs quickly. You know, kind of like, okay, if we survive, more of us will come.
Right.
And you know, and restaurants and confusing boutiques. So,
like, what's a confusing boutique?
that's how you know you fully transitioned into a hipster neighborhood, is when you walk into a storefront and you're really not sure what they're selling there.
Yeah.
You're like,
Is it clothes?
no, you're like, all right, there's a saddle, a box of records, 2 old typewriters, and a macrame owl. What's going on in here? Oh, no.
Is this a store?
I think that lady lives here.
Get out of my apartment.
I thought it was a store.
Are you old? Oh, no.
Oh, don't die until I get out of your house.
And how much for the owl? Yeah.
I'll take it.
Well, Maron airs Thursdays at 10 on IFC, and it's 2 seasons on Netflix. You can find.
First 2 are on Netflix. The third one's on Thursday nights at 10. It's very funny. It's very funny this year. It's also called, for some people,
What a switch!
it's also called Not Louie. Mark Maron, everybody.
Around the world, around the clock, in defense of all we hold dear back home, America's Navy.